Welcome to the Preflight Checklist. Today's checklist is about the ownership ladder. It's easy to believe that aircraft ownership is a single decision. Buy the airplane, fly it for years, and eventually sell it when you're ready to retire from flying. In reality, that's not how most ownership journeys unfold. Most pilots don't buy their forever airplane first. They grow into it. Each aircraft teaches something about flying, ownership, and what really matters. Over time, those lessons shape the next purchase, and eventually, a pattern begins to emerge. Ownership starts looking less like a destination and more like a progression. It begins with accepting that your first airplane doesn't have to do everything. Many owners spend months searching for one aircraft that can satisfy every possible mission they might someday have, but that airplane probably doesn't exist. Trying to buy for every future scenario usually means carrying unnecessary cost and complexity today. The better approach is to buy the aircraft that fits the mission you have now, while leaving room to grow into the next one later. As that experience builds, something else begins to change. Pilots become more aware of what they actually value. At first, speed may seem like the priority. Then, maybe useful load. Later, avionics, cabin comfort, or the ability to carry family without compromise, including all of their luggage, starts moving higher on the list. Those priorities rarely come from reading specifications or comparing model data. They come from flying. That's why moving up the ownership ladder is usually more efficient than trying to skip several steps at once. Every aircraft, in the experience of owning it, teaches lessons that make the next decision better. The confidence gained from owning and operating one airplane carries forward into the next acquisition, making each transaction more deliberate than the last. Eventually, the conversation changes again. Instead of asking, "What's the next airplane?" the better question becomes, "Has the mission changed enough to justify another step?" Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes the current aircraft is still exactly the right tool, and both outcomes are good. The ownership ladder isn't about constantly buying bigger, faster, fancier airplanes. It's about making thoughtful transitions when your mission genuinely outgrows the aircraft you already own. From our perspective, one of the healthiest ways to approach aircraft ownership is to think of it as a progression rather than a destination. Every aircraft builds experience. Every ownership chapter teaches something that has to be experienced to be understood. When buyers allow that progression to happen naturally, they make better acquisition decisions, avoid unnecessary expense, and spend more time enjoying the aircraft they have instead of wishing they owned a different one. The goal is not to climb the ownership ladder as quickly as possible. The goal is to climb it only when the next step truly supports your mission. This has been